Alright guys, welcome back to another video, and today we got some more NFL news. We got Yannick Ngakoue traded to the Baltimore Ravens. Now, I honestly feel like I might have made a video on Ngakoue before getting released by the Jags, and then the Vikings picking him up. And now he's traded. So I'm just going to go over the trade. We also got some more news coming up with Antonio Brown and Dez Bryant, which is pretty crazy to hear about those names. But yeah, Ngakoue traded. Obviously, we've seen the Vikings so far this season. They've been extremely disappointing. They're 1-5. I believe they made the playoffs last year too, and they've been so bad. That secondary is atrocious. I think losing Diggs really hurt them. Kirk Cousins has not looked the same. I feel like Dalvin Cook has done quite well. Justin Jefferson has been a nice piece they've added, but that secondary, it is not good. The D-lines was good, but now Ngakoue getting traded. I don't know why the Vikings would do this. I guess they just saw it as like, hey, we're losing. We're not going to make the playoffs. Why not add some draft capital? And he got traded to the Ravens. Probably the best defense in the NFL so far this year. I'd say Ravens 1 and the Steelers are a close second, and that's it. If I had to make a tier list, obviously I think the Ravens and Steelers would be S tier. I don't think any other defenses really compare to those two. And the rich get richer. Ngakoue to the Ravens is so huge for the Ravens. I think they blitz like the most in the NFL. Matthew Judon coming off one side. Now they got Ngakoue coming off the other side. They still got Campbell on the inside. This team is filthy. I think they also brought in Michael Pierce, who was also a former Viking. They did cut Earl Thomas, but it doesn't really matter because this defense has been balling out this year. They've been fantastic. Also, where the heck is Earl Thomas? I don't think anyone's picked him up. Really weird. I believe he was working out the Texans, and then they just said no. But Ngakoue was traded for a third-round pick and a fifth-round conditional pick. Now, I don't know the details of the conditional fifth-round pick. Usually, what they have to deal with is like games played, injuries, all that stuff. So long as he plays and he's productive, the Ravens will probably have to give up a fifth as well, depending on how well he plays. But, I mean, just for a third-round pick, the Ravens still got their first and second-round picks, I think. I mean, they got Campbell for a fifth round. You look at that defensive line, and it's stacked, and they've almost had to give up nothing for it. Third-round pick is really not that much, especially for Ngakoue, who I believe is getting paid as well. Like, he's under contract. Not really sure what the Vikings were thinking, but hey, I guess they're bad and they're trying to get some draft capital. But that's pretty much it about the trade. Ravens getting better. That defense is scary, and that's pretty much it. That Ravens will get more sacks. Watch out for the Ravens. So moving into more news, we got Antonio Brown. I thought he was done. Obviously, we know he has that week 8. Week 8. What? Can I not talk? He can't play up to week 8. I don't know why that took me so long to say that. Sorry about that. But yeah, he's banned. He can't play up to week 8 due to everything that kind of happened. He's just a piece of shit. Honestly, he's a terrible human being to people. But other than that, he's a great football player, and that's why many teams are interested. We hear like Le'Veon might get rumored to go back to the Steelers. He didn't, but no one has ever talked about Antonio Brown going back to the Steelers, and that's because Steelers fans absolutely hate him. That dude's just very, very toxic. But he is rumored to sign with Seattle after week 8 so he can play. If Seattle gets him, I'm going to be really sad when Seattle can't win the Super Bowl because they don't have a defense. Because that receiving core of Metcalf and Lockett, and if you had Antonio Brown, this offense is deadly. And also in terms of a fantasy point of view, Lockett and Metcalf's production might go down, and that's something you would hate to see, but it's crazy. I definitely did not think Antonio Brown will be coming back. It seems more and more likely after each day goes on. There have been talks that the Bucks are interested. I know Arians said no right before the season started, and Tom Brady's like, oh, well, I like this guy, so we'll see what happens. It seems like Tom Brady wants him. That receiving core would also be nasty with Godwin, Evans, and then Antonio Brown, of course, with Gronk and Ronald Jones. They got so many weapons, and if Tampa defense can keep playing like that, I really think Tampa's going to be a very strong team, and will make a playoff push and might win the division over the Saints. It just depends on consistency with them because they're very inconsistent. But yeah, Antonio Brown back. It seems I actually like him in Seattle. Seattle seems like a place where he can't get in trouble as much as if he was down there in Florida. Seattle has a great locker room. You'd hate for him to kill that, but it's very possible. But seems like Russell Wilson wants him. It, it's probably going to happen. Hopefully, it's not a Patriots thing where they sign him and they cut him the next day. But got to see what happens. And then, where did this guy come from? Dez Bryant? Are you kidding me? Dez Bryant? Yes, you guys are hearing this. Dez Bryant, the Pro Bowl wide receiver for the Cowboys forever ago. He's back. There are also, I want to say rumors, but they almost don't seem like rumors. It seems like this is also going to happen. Is that the Ravens are interested in Dez Bryant? We saw Lamar and Dez work out during the summer, and it looks like the Ravens could pick up Dez Bryant. I have no idea how he's going to play. It's been so long. But if he can play anything like his past self, like the Ravens got a true number one wide receiver. Because I honestly don't think the Ravens have a true number one. Like, I love Hollywood Brown, but I mean, he's a deep threat. He can get open, but he's not a true number one. I like him as a number two. And then you have guys like Seth Roberts, Miles Boykin, is that a name? I don't know. I don't think the Ravens wide receivers are that great. Who's it with the long hair? Is that Seth Roberts? I don't know. There's a dude with long black curly hair. I forget his name. And then obviously Mark Andrews at tight end, and the run game is almost unstoppable. But I think Dez Bryant could actually be really huge for the Ravens, and I don't think a lot of people are talking about this enough. But that pretty much recaps everything. That's going to do it from you guys. If you like this kind of content, make sure to like and subscribe as always. I'll catch you guys in the next one, and peace.